Hey 143 fam, I'm Antonia. Thank you for being here. As I mentioned at the start of the month, I'm going to be giving away 3 free readings this month. 2 readings will be given to YouTube subscribers. 1 reading will be given away via Instagram. If you would like to be considered for a free reading, leave me a comment below your video. Let me know that you have subscribed. On Instagram, you can follow me, UrbanSoulGuru. Leave me a comment, connect with me there. I will notify winners on May 31st. So make sure you keep an eye on my comment back to you at that time because they will not notify winners prior to May 31st. Okay, let's jump in to your mid-month love readings. Hi Cancer, this reading is for Cancer Sun, Moon, and Rising in Love, May 15th through the end of the month. We have a little Cancer kitty who wanted to hang out with us for this video, so I'm gonna let him. Cancer in Love, May 15th through the end of the month. I'm distracted by this cute little face who's inevitably going to pop up here. Say hello to you guys. Ooh, Cancer. Okay, Cancer. First of all, I'm definitely feeling some exes that are feeling really close to you again. So you may have already considered communicating about getting back together. This may not be new for you as you step into May 15th through the end of the month, or this may pop up for you over the next 2 weeks, okay? But it does feel like you're going to be entertaining conversations. This is a message for you. Some reconciliations are actually really blessed and really beautiful. For some of you, it wasn't even a breakup, reconciliation, or separation. You'll be reconciling with somebody who is just traveling for work, okay? So they're just coming home. It's really beautiful. But for those of you who separated truly from an ex, there was a breakup, there's this message of playful energy. It has to be lighthearted. If you consider getting back together with somebody and they get too serious off the bat, they start talking about things from the past, or if you do, it feels like you're going to move on quickly, but that's something that Spirit cautions you. Recognize the red flags if there are any. Don't commit to getting back together with anybody too quickly. Some reconciliations will actually be very blessed. However, trust has to be at the core of this. Trust and playful, more lighthearted energy, okay? It comes through really strong. So let's pull some cards. Let's get a little bit more clarity on this. Cancer in love. Okay. First of all, we have keep an open mind. For those of you who do not want to entertain an ex, that's okay. You already know that getting back together isn't of the highest good. You've chosen to move on, but who is truly of the highest good to come through right now, they're not going to be your type. They won't be a replica of the ex, okay? You won't be repeating any old patterns. It's someone who's going to look different. It's someone who's going to feel different. If you would like to call in a relationship at this time with longevity, they will be different, but they do feel like a soulmate, okay? There will be a soul connection there. You will recognize something familiar, but you will have different conversations. You will have a different kind of chemistry almost. It will just feel different, okay? You also may want to keep an open mind to a reconciliation if someone reaches out to you. It does feel like if you reach out to an ex, they will be pretty open-minded as well. But it does require communication at this time before you jump in, okay? Unrequited love at the center. For some of you, you got out of relationships with someone you didn't have enough chemistry with. It was one-sided, Cancer. You may have felt that you had a lot of feelings. There was a lot of chemistry and somebody just wasn't returning that love. That's what it feels like. It feels like somebody wasn't returning the level of love that you are capable and able of giving. You may also have felt that you were with a partner. It was okay, all right? But you felt like you were settling a little bit and you stepped out of those kinds of relationships. I don't see a reconciliation with those partners. It just wouldn't be of the highest good because why are you going to settle? You want a relationship where you can love and be loved equally, but there definitely feels like for some of you, maybe you had a really good friendship, but the physical chemistry wasn't there and you just wanted more, okay? And so you moved on. When you move on, and as you move on, keep an open mind to somebody who's different so you don't have to repeat that experience again. That's what I'm talking about. If you didn't have chemistry with somebody, or it was just one-sided. The love was just one-sided, whether that was you feeling that love, whether that was your partner feeling that love, but it wasn't mutual, or at least wasn't felt at the same level. This new person, this new energy comes in. It resolves this karma for you, for one. It allows you to have a different experience. I don't feel like you're meant to repeat that experience again, okay? For those of you truly moving on, and you're open-minded, okay, and you're calling in new partners, I feel commitment here. You may be offering commitment to somebody new. They may be offering commitment to you. I do also caution taking some time. It does feel like over the next 2 weeks, you may offer commitment, somebody else may offer commitment. It feels real, and it feels like it comes from a very good place. But there's just this message of don't rush into this over the next 2 weeks. Think about it. Take the next 2 weeks to think about it. If someone won't give you 2 weeks to think about whether or not you're ready to commit or what that's going to look like moving forward, it won't be coming from the most evolved place, and that will be a red flag in and of itself. Whoever's truly of the highest good one, the love and the chemistry will be mutual. It's not something you're going to have to try too hard to do, and they should be meeting you there, okay? They also need to give you time. They need to give you time. This doesn't feel like you should rush it, because if you do, you might miss something. You might honestly miss a red flag, and that may be why somebody's rushing you into commitment. So there are commitments in place before you see somebody's true colors too. That could also be true with exes trying to come back. Somebody's trying to rush a recommitment, and you're like, well, I need to see if things change. I need to see our dynamic. How are our conversations? Is there more trust here? Is our chemistry on point now? Where's our love at? You really do need to navigate that with some time and serious effort, very consciously. Anybody rushing you, that alone will be a red flag, okay? Red flag enough to just keep it moving. Keep an open mind here. Look, we've got this spiritual connection. It's just soulmate. It's just soulmate energy around this. You will feel a familiar energy, that soul pull, that soul connection, but they're not going to look or be or act like the kind of person you typically call in Cancer. That's so good for you. So good for you. Keep an open mind. I'm also feeling that some of you are manifesting. You're very consciously manifesting a new partner, or a particular change, maybe some healing in a current relationship. And it feels like you're manifesting at a very high level. It feels like you sidestepped any egos, any blockages. You're manifesting very clearly. So be conscious of what it is that you want. Have that energy out in the universe, especially as it pertains to love. For some of you, what you're manifesting is healing, okay? This unrequited love for some of you in current relationships, it's not truly unrequited love. It's not that one of you loves the other more, or that the chemistry's off. It appears that way, though. It appears that way because there is some sort of imbalance. Somebody's giving more and then what they're receiving back. All of that does need to heal and be worked out. I do feel conscious healing at this time. I will also say to you, Cancer, don't rush in to breakups and separations over the next 2 weeks, because for some of you, there's real healing here. This spiritual connection allows it, this very high-level manifestation. I am feeling a lot of conversations with depth, too. It feels like if you're talking to a partner about an issue, they will be open-minded. They will hear your point of view and vice versa, which allows you to resolve things. So you get to move on together. This unrequited love, which really feels more of just an imbalance for committed partners, it gets resolved. I really, really feel resolution here. Even if there's been an ongoing issue. Oh my God, I say that and your cards go flying. For a long time. Yes. Okay, this is what this energy is for you. If you are in a committed relationship, if this is true unrequited love, you've probably stepped out, being clarified by getting to know somebody new, okay? But if it's not a true lack of chemistry or one-sided love, okay, if this is really a disconnection in an imbalance of sorts, but the love truly is there, you know this is your person, the love is there, the chemistry is still there, it's a reconnection now. For some of you, the reconnection really will be a reconciliation, okay? You've had some distance, you reconcile, this gets resolved, but it's through deep conversations. And that's what I was channeling with this. It's a spiritual connection that allows and provokes deep conversations. So you get to know each other better. Open minds, both parties, open-minded so that this can be resolved. You get to know each other on a deeper level, which enhances that chemistry in the spiritual connection, okay? So Don't give up too easy. If you're in a committed relationship, there's an issue. It's just time to work on it. Let me get this other card that flew for you, though. Beautiful. Wow. Okay, this is just so beautiful. So we have engagement clarified by wedding. This is the kind of commitment you're moving toward. I do feel some of this don't rush into it energy. Could be don't rush into, engagement and marriage. Like true high-level commitments. But this does feel destined. This does feel beautiful for those of you in committed relationships. So just take your time. Have conversations. This may be what you're talking about. You're like, okay, look, I see that for us, but I need a different kind of a timeline. I do feel like some of you are being rushed into commitment, rushed into reconciliation, a rush into committing to a new partner that you just started dating. No rush. No rush. Cancer, it is okay to take your time. This engagement, it feels like there will be conversations before somebody would actually propose. So it wouldn't be somebody asking you to marry them and you're like, they're on one knee and it's all beautiful and romantic and you're like, oh, I just need some time. It doesn't feel that dramatic. It feels like there will be conversations around engagement and marriage for those of you where it's that true literal meaning of these cards, okay? Actual proposal, actual marriage. It feels like there are conversations around it. In Cancer, it's okay to tell your partner, look, I want that. I see that. But let's not control this. Let's be in a little bit more of divine flow. You want to do that in a couple of months. Why don't we plan for this a year from now, a year and a half from now, 2 years from now? Don't bump it out too much because I don't think your partner will be able to handle that. But it does feel like you need a little bit more time, and it may just be the logistics. Hey, we need to save up a little bit more money so that we can have, the marriage of our dreams and have this really beautiful day. And if we rush into this in the next couple of months, we can't really fulfill that. So let's make it magical. Let's not rush into this. We're meant to be. I'm not going anywhere. You're not going anywhere. Let's just take our time. That is going to be a big message for you guys and something really to consider over the next 2 weeks, whether you are coupled or single. Crowning your reading, we have romantic feelings. It's just so beautiful, Cancer. Just don't rush into anything. If you are cross-watching, Cancer has feelings for you. For a Cancer to say, look, I just need a little bit more time, honor that, recognize that, Cancer. Honor that and recognize that need in yourself. If you're hearing that, Cancer, from a partner, don't get too emotional. Don't feel like somebody is turning you down. Don't feel like that's rejection. It's just an honest feeling and conversation. If you honor that, if Cancer's partner can honor that need to just slow down just a little bit, you will actually arrive to this commitment sooner. I do feel like if Cancer feels rushed, it's going to ruin something. There will be roadblocks. You'll wind up continuing a separation. It's just not worth rushing into, Cancer, and it's also not rushing. It's not worth rushing a Cancer over the next couple of weeks, okay? I do feel like for some of you, Cancer, there are people trying to come back, maybe new people who have stepped into the picture. They don't want you to see the full picture, their true colors, and that's the reason for the rush. For others of you, especially if you're in a committed relationship, this rush just comes from excitement and love. It's totally pure. You already know. You see the true colors. You know how strong your love is. Everything's intact here, okay? You need a little bit more time to maybe resolve any sort of disconnection here, lack of physical chemistry or physical intimacy, I'm feeling. I've been getting this for a few signs. There are just some workaholics out there who are in this divine flow of work and creativity and abundance and money, and you're on it, and it's beautiful. But partners are supportive but suffering a little bit. Make sure you take some time out to spend with partners that you love so that they have that physical connection, that emotional connection that they crave as well. You may be feeling that. You may be feeling that disconnect even if you're the one working too much right now. Make time for your partner. But the main message here, it's beautiful energy. It feels new for you. It doesn't feel like too many of you are going to entertain a reconciliation, or if you do, you're not going to rush into it over the next 2 weeks. You're going to take your time, and that's beautiful. Let's take a look at the bottom of the deck here. Yeah. For the majority of you, if you're single, it's new love. Okay? It's beautiful new love. It's a new chapter. It's new commitment. Even if you're in a committed relationship, it feels like a new commitment. I do feel like some of you may be renewing vows. You may be planning it, you may be talking about it, but again, it's sort of like somebody has one particular timeline and the other person isn't in alignment with that. Don't let that turn into some crazy disconnection here, okay? Just be communicating very openly with an open mind and just be realistic, because somebody's rushing commitment and they may prevent that commitment from coming full circle. If you just exercise some patience, you get to where you want to be. You may actually get there quicker than you realize, okay? So that's sort of the irony there. If you rush it, you'll block it. If you exercise patience, you'll arrive there quicker than you realize. It's really a beautiful outcome as long as you don't rush. Okay, Cancer, I'm sending you guys so much love, light, gratitude. I'll be back June 1st for your full month of June reading. If you feel like you need clarity on individual situations, I am still available the rest of May for personal readings. If you feel like you need some energy work, reach out to me. That's what I specialize in. I'm a shaman. I'm a Reiki master teacher. Reach out. We can schedule that. I will be away for a little bit, end of May into June, but I'm available until then, okay? So reach out if you need it. I will see you guys back here June 1st. Love you. See you soon, Cancer. Ciao.